And you know, one of the most envious transactions that you made was bringing Steve Pierce here. It is just incredible what he has done for this organization. I mean, he never ceases to amaze me every day.
Well, Steve Pierce was arguably our best player the last 3 months of last season. Yeah. And we brought him here not once, not twice, but 3 times. And now we've got him, and he's a key member of our team, and we're glad we have him.
Yeah. When you send your scouts out to look at other teams' players, as every organization does, is there something specific that you're looking for? I recall when you made the trade for Travis Snyder, you said you felt he was just hitting his peak. How do the scouts determine that?
Well, that's not just a scouting evaluation, but you take a look at his age, you take a look at what he's done recently, and we do a lot of work on the analytics side of it. And then we do work on their background. But Travis Snyder really is about at that age where he's putting it all together. And it's a real team effort. We got scouts, we got front office people, we got analytics people, we got video scouts. And we got our Major League Field staff. So everybody takes a look at it, and they have their input, and we try to get the best players we can.
Looking at our rotation today, Dan, coming into the first series here at home, are you satisfied with the 5 guys we have in that rotation right now?
Well, I like our rotation, and I like the fact that Jimenez threw well in the spring.
Yes, he did. Yep.
Bud Norris, who's pitching today, won 15 games. Tillman's been a really solid pitcher. Chen, Miguel Gonzalez, they're tested in the American League East. They can win. And we've got Kevin Gausman on the fringe. I know he'd like to be a starter, and I like Ty Wilson down in the minors. He had a really good spring, so we got pretty good pitching depth. We catch the ball good. I like our bullpen. I like the leadership of our bullpen with O'Day, Hunter, and Zach Britton doing a good job. So I'm hopeful that we're going to have another good year. We got the ingredients to have a good ball club.
Now, one thing you don't have this year that you had last year is a lot of flexibility. There are a lot of guys on this team out of options. Will that be a problem for you as you navigate your way through a season?
Well, it's a lot better if you can bring them up and put them down unilaterally. We're going to probably have to make a few trades to get that flexibility. But the good news is we have the depth. We have the depth in the organization on the players' side, and we have depth on the pitching side to give Buck a good pool to choose from to have a good team night in and night out.
Dan, we're a little lopsided in the bullpen with right-handers versus left-handers. Are you concerned about the left-handers?
Well, I keep looking for pitchers that can get out both righties and lefties, and if I can get a few more of them, we don't have to worry about whether we got righty or lefty.
You know, one player you talked about, Everth Cabrera. Now, obviously, somebody on this team has to back up J.J. Hardy. I'm not sure you knew that J.J. Hardy would be on the DL to begin the year, but what a pickup to get Cabrera to come in here just in case. I know Ryan Flaherty's played a bit at short early in the year, but Cabrera's in there today, and he brings that speed element to the game.
Well, he's an excellent base stealer, and he's a very good base runner. And I think our fans are going to like his desire and hustle. I mean, in this game in Pittsburgh in spring training, he showed power from the right side. He showed power from the left side. And as he runs for the triple, you can see his speed as well. So he's a solid defender, and I think he's going to be an exciting player for us. He can be an everyday ball player if we have the opportunity.
Talking about the speed on this ball club now, you've got to be happy with Alejandro Diaz. Last year, he just kind of perked up. He wasn't doing all that well with the White Sox. You saw something in him. He came here, and he just was on fire for quite a while. He has continued that so far this season.
Did a good job, and we've got a little bit more speed component on our club this year with Diaz and Cabrera, and, of course, Manny Machado's back. And John Scope has improved his speed since he's come to the big leagues. So I think we got a little bit more foot speed this year on the ball club, but the real base stealer, I think, is Cabrera, who's shown in the National League that he can steal a tough base.
All right, last night at the welcome home team function, Buck made the comment, well, you'd like to win all 162. Now, that's not realistic. Right. We know that. But if you win your series, things tend to fall into place. Now, if you win 2 out of 3 all year, you'd win 108 games. Would you be happy with that?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. But, you know, we go about it one pitch at a time, and Buck keeps them on track. And again, I like this ball club, and I think our fans are going to like this ball club. It's exciting. We still have power at almost every position. I know people are concerned about that, but We got some good power returning to the lineup with Manny Machado coming back, who we didn't have last year. Snyder is a power hitter, and I think you'll see Wieters here later on in the season. And, of course, we all want Chris Davis to reemerge as the Chris Davis of 12 and 13.
Yeah, we got to show a little love to Manny Machado. Nice to see him back. He looks pretty strong in the spring. Good spring. He looked like he had good velocity. He took some chances out there on the bases, you know, stealing and sliding and everything I didn't think he was going to do. But you got to be happy with the way he's improved himself coming into the season.
Well, Manny's worked hard to have a good year, and he's a big-time asset to the team. He can change the game around defensively. He can change it around offensively when he uses the middle of the field. Frank Robinson was down there in spring training. He said, make sure you remind Manny to use the whole field, because when he does that, he's one of the best hitters in the league. And I think Manny's going to have a good year. He's worked hard for it. We're glad to have him back.
Well, Dan, we appreciate you taking time to join us here. Best of luck in the season, and really good luck with that roster crunch. You brought too many guys in. You know,
yeah.
only 25 can play.
We'll figure that one out. It's a good position to be in. Thanks a lot.
You had a new baby this year, too. One last thing. He said, what position are you kind of pushing him towards? Because that guy is big.
I told Amy, you know, get that ball in his left hand. And so far it's working. I'm pretty sure he's a left-handed pitcher.